some mirroring. Stuff's really carbonated. Okay. Give me those. Diesel, you're first in the building, sir. Good evening to you. What's popping? This is what's going to be popping in a second. I have some wonderful insights. Wiping your feet. Mr. Smith, D.O.B. Afternoon and evening. How y'all feeling? How you living? What's good? All right. A little bit more. Guyettes. Well, hello there, and welcome to the dance. We're going to get into some stuff when we get some folks in here, when I get what I like to call a quorum, and not necessarily four. Quorum for me is when I get about 5-6 of my core, I know that's going to carry the day, so to speak. So not a quorum or a quorum, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Kokai no Sakere. Peace, brother. Peace. Long time no hear from you. Appreciate you coming in to play today. Hope you offer some wonderful insight like you always do. It is I don't know. How on earth could I have known that, Miss Alicia? How you doing, Miss Alicia? Salute to you. Mr. Smith, if your connection is going haywire, I believe that is just you, sir. Everybody else reading, hearing, and, I ain't a smell-a-rama, but are y'all understanding and seeing and hearing me okay? Yes? No? Maybe? This is participatory. Y'all got to talk. I could drive a whole hour or so by myself, but I shouldn't have to. All right, Mr. Smith, you in good. Got you. All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That was that was an Ohio thing, Mr. Smith. Today is my Friday, y'all. So I'm feeling rather festive. Getting started on my 4-day weekend. Okay, I was making sure because the reason I asked Kokai is because somebody said they was having issues, and I gotta check even because I find sometimes that even though I might perceive myself okay, is other people that don't. So they throwing it up in the comments. They like, "Hey, dog, we can't hear nothing you saying, or you froze." Y'all thought the screen froze, didn't you? Okay. So I got Mr. Kokai no Sakere in the building. I gotta be real careful what I say about black representation. Diesel, I am currently in Alaska. There is nothing you can say about snow that's gonna make me. You best to believe. All right, that's why I love you, my brother. That's why I love you. Yeah, man, don't be telling me about no snow. Dude, I live in Alaska. Stop it. There's nothing you can say about snow that's gonna make me go. Yeah, No, we done cornered the market on that up here. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Okay. That is 1, that is 2, that is 3, that is 4, that is 5, that is okay. We got enough. We got enough. I'm man, I done threw the gauntlet down. Yeah. Yeah, bro. You have uh thrown the gauntlet down. And I salute you for that, sir, because somebody had to do it. Ashura, oh, you are here. It wouldn't be a party without you, Ashura. Welcome to the dance. What is up with the price of eggs? Exactly, the price of eggs. People are going to this ain't really a topic per se, but people are going to find that there are going to be a lot of things that there are going to be a shortage of and rationing of. For more details, ask me another day. Right now, what I want to get in, they trickle in. They trickle in, Kokai. Trust me. Just watch it work. Just watch it work. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go and get this out of the way, y'all. Let's go on and get this right here out of the way. I have quite a bit I want to say about it. And you're new to the live YouTube game, then I know, Kokai, that one of the reasons you're here is to take notes. Black Panther, number 13. Written, Jeffrey Lane, what's up? Written by John Ridley. Okay. Now, I thought everybody had blown their loads, blown their stacks, been done, blah, 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 so on and so forth, about the events of Black Panther number 13. Disrespectful? We know that. Demeaning? We know that too. Okay, Grand Madam Tarot isn't here, but I know yesterday on Theo's live, Grand Madam had mentioned something about the hero's journey. Okay, the question I present today is, how long is each phase of the hero's journey supposed to last? Okay, first of all, we're taking an established character who's been around for decades. Not FOUR, FOR, 4 decades. All right. And they seem to be dichotomizing him. Why are they dichotomizing every single aspect of the man's character? I mean, I get it. Okay, we're going to break him down to the raw essence and build him back up. I understand that part too. But when you just take the essence of what a character is and hey, Grand Madam, there you are. We are talking about Black Panther number 13 and the hero's journey. Feel free to dive right in. When is the trauma supposed to end? When is the indignation supposed to end? For those of you that don't know, last year Black Panther received a new artist by the name of John Ridley. And for those who do not know who John Ridley is a screenwriter, an Academy Award an Academy Award winning screenwriter who won an Academy Award for the screenplay of 12 Years a Slave. He is also the man who is the genius behind Undercover Brother. So it is very disconcerting and very confusing that my man, John Ridley, thought it was a good idea to just kind of, I understand going in a different direction with it. I really do. But you didn't take no cues from Christopher Priest. You didn't take no cues from Reginald Hudlin. You didn't take no cues from Ta-Nehisi Coates. Hell, he didn't take no cues from the late great Stan Lee. So it's like, it seems like there is a palpable conspiracy to kind of besmirch the character, to make the character lesser than what he is. And case in point, the the frame seen around the world. Cat. Hold up. On the other page, there's a lot of people talking about Captain America putting pause on T'Challa in a major way. Now he's got his mask on, right? Now, magically, mystically, that mask is off and T'Challa's getting bloodied. Now, John Ridley said in an interview that he was going to have T'Challa getting beat up every single issue. He ain't lying. He is not lying. T'Challa got hands put on him by somebody he trained, 2 people he trained. T'Challa got hands put on him by every villain he faced. T'Challa got hands put on him by Captain America. Now, what we're talking about here, why? Why, Kokai? Damn, that's a good question. Well, there are some of us that believe that whether it is purposeful or coincidental, a concerted effort to minimize the importance of the character by disrespecting, dichotomizing, emasculating. At one point there was innuendo drop that T'Challa might even be gay at one point. I'm glad that that's not the truth, but it's just the fact of the matter. Every indignity you could possibly think of, Storm doesn't want to be with him anymore. So it's like, okay, y'all are planting seeds to kind of destroy what became the man's legacy, what so many people loved him for, what so many people respected him for. Sorry, let me get in these comments that ain't saying, hey, hi, hello, how you doing? John also wanted to do a damage control show on ABC years ago. It would have been trash. Never saw it, so I don't know. Why is he bleeding from the eyes profusely? Because he's getting hit by a super soldier. I'm not buying that one because of those scenes alone. Cap can't beat T'Challa. Is this T'Challa a Skrull in disguise? Grand Madam, last I checked, it was the T'Challa. Maybe that's what the dynamic is, because, and hear me out, a lot of times when people want to prove a point about a character in comic books, what do you use as reference material? A comic book, okay? Or a screenshot of a comic book, or a vine that talks about an incident that occurred in a comic book. Either way, the next time we have the conversation, can Captain America, or rather, who win a fight between Captain America and T'Challa, even though we got these previous issues where T'Challa handed him his hat more times than he got his hat handed to him. This is what everybody's going to reference. This is what everybody's going to remember, because this is coming before the eyes of non-comic book fans as well. And non-comic book fans don't follow comic book canon. So they don't know about that time during Civil War when T'Challa put hands on Captain America. Or they don't know about the time during World War II when T'Challa's grandfather put hands on Captain America. They ain't going to read all of that, so they're not going to know all of that. So currently, Captain America is putting hands on T'Challa in a major way. So Captain America can beat T'Challa. See, he did that. That's what's going to happen. So you got that going. Then you got the events of Wakanda Forever. You got that going. Okay. An actor died, so we decided to kill the character too. Even though that character is not dead in comic book continuity, but we are in the process of humiliating him and making him look like a scrub. Why indeed? T'Challa trained Adora Milaje to fight Doombots, and he getting beat by scrubs. I mean, everybody is putting hands on T'Challa. Over in Captain America, Sam Wilson with no Falcon gear on is putting hands on T'Challa. I'm like, what in the actual? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's in all the books. Everybody. It's just this cat over here putting hands on T'Challa. This cat over here putting hands on T'Challa. She putting hands on T'Challa. It's like, what are y'all trying to do? You know? It's yes, Grand Madam, I agree. It is a definite attempt to diminish the character. And it's like, ever since, Black Panther in 2018, T'Challa's star was constantly climbing. You were seeing, and you were even seeing more Black Panther action figures. You were even seeing more Black Panther related action figures. But they can't sell that Wakanda Forever shit for nothing. I was in the store that day, and it's a crap ton of that mess still sitting on the shelves. But it's because they didn't direct that in the right place. You don't sell action figures to girls. You sell dolls. Now, if you'd have had some more dolls, you might would have made a nice little chunk of change off that merchandise. Try again. We say H-Town, what's up? And I think I saw somebody else slide in here. H-Town Groovy, what's up? Glad to see you, glad to see you, glad to see you. Let me catch these comments, man. H-Town boss, number facts. March can't come fast enough. March is referring to the end of John Ridley's run on Black Panther. If I was the next Black Panther writer, I would think big, like Jonathan Hickman big. Epic storyline involving all eras of BP Comics, like what he did with X-Men. Okay. I will come back to that one. They don't want T'Challa to outshine them. Yeah. Yeah. They took all toys off the shelves where I'm at. Well, they need to come and get these ones in Alaska because ain't nobody buying them. Come and get them all. That Shuri, they just put like the Shuri, like Black Panther in the Black Panther suit. They just got them up here. Want one? There's plenty of them on the shelves. I saw a T'Challa 12-inch action figure Titan series in Walmart for $9.98. Yeah, they're mixing the T'Challa Black Panther merchandise with the Shuri merchandise in an attempt to try to get you to buy the Shuri merchandise. Like I can't just walk up and go, Shuri, T'Challa, I'm taking this T'Challa, and leaving the Shuri on the shelf. That's what's happening because there's little big empty spots next to the Wakanda Forever merchandise. Most benevolent king. I agree. I have seen girls play with action figures, but that is the exception, not the norm. So yeah, you are not wrong. I played with my brother's G.I. Joe. See? Grand Madam played with action figures. Marvel gonna keep holding L's until they course correct. Wakanda makeup kits and all. Yeah. Michael Kors Wakanda Forever bag. A Wakanda Forever dress. Wakanda Forever leggings. Wakanda Forever pumps. Maybe get together with Christian Louboutin and make some black bottoms. See, I think too deep. I think too deep. That's yeah. You want to sell something to a woman? I know how to sell to women. Trust me. Yeah, exactly. So, how do we course correct? How do we course correct? Because we learned from the events of November and December that our opinions mean something. Our opinion means something to the media. Our opinions mean something to anti-recasters, obviously. And our opinions mean something to casuals. Okay. So is it communication? Is it me doing what I'm doing right now on a grander scale to let people know? Because I was like I told y'all before, I was in an interview with a celebrity and I asked the celebrity what they thought, and they said nothing. It's a fictional character. Do we need fictional representation? Yeah. Why wouldn't we need fictional representation? Everybody else got fictional representation. Superman is Caucasian fictional representation. People love Superman's dirty draws on the outside. Ain't nobody having no issue if they was to take Superman off the map and just be like, nah, we ain't gonna fool with Superman no more. Or just start punking Superman. Oh, Superman's losing powers. Superman can't see through stuff anymore. Superman can't leap tall buildings in a single bound anymore. What if we started depowering and nerfing Superman? I mean, because there was a point in time where that was going on. People demanded that Superman be Superman. And not only did people respond to that, the writers, artists, editors, they over responded. They gave Superman new powers. Superman learned Kryptonian martial arts. That's what we do for Caucasian characters that we love. We give them more powers. What do we do to the Negroes? When the last time you saw Luke Cage? Period. When the last time you saw Luke Cage? Luke Cage became the mayor of New York in Devil's Reign, and been any other comic book since? Exactly. Monica Rambeau's got to share her powers with Kamala Khan and Carol Danvers in the Marvels. But the black superhero you do give us, the one you are going to put in a movie, don't even got no superpowers. And he's a representative for a white character. Because if I say Captain America, who comes to your mind? Exactly. Was you seeing Sam Wilson when I said Captain America? When I say Spider-Man, who do you think of? Do you think of Miles Morales or do you think of Peter Parker? When I say Thor, who do you think of? Jane Foster or Thor Odin's son? You can give folks all the representation you want to give to them. They are not going to replace that which they sprung from. They are not going to replace their source. So why are you fucking with our sources? Black Wonder Man, no dead T'Challa, cripple War Machine, power sharing Monica Rambeau, and the rest of the black folks dead, and Sam Wilson just a scrub with a shield. That's what you leave us with. Let me check the comments because I went on a rant. It all collectively matters. For the most part, yes, Cornelius, I agree. If representation doesn't matter, then why all the fuss about the white knight syndrome? Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. The rapper you speak of named himself after a white superhero. He was subliminally programmed and still doesn't get it. You know that. I know that. But that rapper needs to know that. Superman has more powers for no reason. Exactly. Hey, and while I'm thinking about it, in Action Comics number 1050, because of the fighting about who's the best, Goku or Superman, Superman has now gained the power of instant transmission. Yes, Superman can now bend space and traverse from one distance across the galaxy to another instantly. Superman was the first superhero and T'Challa was the first black superhero. Makes them both iconic. I agree, Mr. Smith. I couldn't agree more. It's the problem is the people who write Black Panther, the people who edit Black Panther do not understand the importance of the character to black people. That's your problem right there. If I write Superman, if I'm a writer and I'm writing Superman, and I don't really care for Superman, yeah, I have no problem depowering Superman. I have no problem making Superman look like a punk. And you know it's an editing decision. It's an editing decision when you make T'Challa look like a punk in everybody's damn book. That's an editing decision. You go to the editor and you say, is this okay? Should I have T'Challa nerve pinch Sam Wilson and punch him in the face? Nah. Have Sam Wilson put T'Challa in a rear naked choke. Should I have T'Challa knock out this sleeper agent that he trained and outfitted? Nah. Have her beat his ass. Should I have T'Challa knock Captain America out like he always knocks him out? Nah, have Captain America beat his face in the hamburger this time. Across all books. We kicking him out the Avengers. He kicked out the Avengers because he did the Tower of Babel protocol thing like Batman did over for the Justice League. And the Avengers got their ass kicked because somebody used the protocol, and T'Challa was like, "They're my protocol." Oh, we kicking you out the Avengers. There are Avengers who've done far, far worse than what T'Challa did. T'Challa created the protocol. He didn't implement them. And why wouldn't you need a protocol? What if a mind-controlled Thor started going crazy? If Captain America just started randomly beating people up on the street, Scarlet Witch start firing. You need them kind of protocols. The only thing I'd say is maybe you should have let somebody know about them. Other Jarvis, tell Jarvis. You know what I'm saying? Jarvis could exploit that information too, but if Jarvis is like Jarvis, then Jarvis gonna hold that in, or somebody. It ain't gotta be Jarvis. It can't be Nick Fury though. Can't be Nick Fury. Now, let me get y'all just Grand Madam. I like you should just Luke Cage cameos here and there, no solo team books he's on. Yes, I know. How about a monthly forum on Black Panther online where new writers can present their BP stories or have discussion topics on the BP comics, as well as doing what you and Theo are doing? That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing, Grand Madam. If I thought for 1 second I could, I would. If I thought for 1 second I could, I would. The people writing the IPs have to care about them. I mean, they don't have to, but they should. Because I'm not going to mistreat a character that I care about. I'm not going to piss on a character that I care about. And maybe one of the questions should be, when you're looking for a writer to write, why do you want to write Black Panther? And the follow-up question is, do you care about Black Panther? Do you care what happens to him? Honestly, no cap. Ain't no judgment if you say no. I just want to know if you care. Why would you write a character that you don't care about? Actions speak louder than words. Daredevil, Punisher, and Moon Knight all got revamps to their storyline, powers, and skill set. Black Panther punched in the face. Yeah. Do I pronounce that Zango Fwet? That's interesting. I like that. I like that. Marvel is and welcome to the chat, by the way, bro. Marvel is pushing the wrong characters to represent Black man. Second-tier military man. A Black king was too impactful, and they didn't like the response from the people. Yeah, because the last thing you want to do is unite the people. They don't want us rallying around nothing, fictional, realistic, or otherwise. But I sent you the problem with that. Captain America, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man have done far worse. And that's what I'm saying. So that was a kick outable offense that Iron Man did during Armor Wars. During Armor War, if you remember the for real Armor Wars and not this fake shit that they're getting ready to put out, Tony Stark found out that a lot of his technology was being utilized without his permission. And that meant there were heroes and villains, both, that were using Iron Man's technology in some way, shape, or form. And so Iron Man went on a crazy ass spree, attacking villains, attacking heroes, negating the abilities of their armors or their suits or whatever. And when the Avengers told him, hey, you need to stop, he said, no, I'm not going to stop. And they kicked him out of the Avengers. And he kept going. Kept doing it. When came to blows with Captain America and Hawkeye and a couple other superheroes. Eventually told a lie when he came back. He had another suit of armor, came back, said, I'm not Tony Stark. And Muggs ate it up. You have no problem lying to your friends. And Tony Stark lied for years. Iron Man's still an Avenger. The Scarlet Witch. He let the Scarlet Witch back in the Avengers. Scarlet Witch murdered some people. Scarlet Witch wiped out mutants. But she got her spot back in the Avengers. We kicking T'Challa out because he was trying to be preempted. We whooping T'Challa's ass because we don't want T'Challa to help us because we don't know if we can trust him. But you could trust Tony Stark. You could trust Wanda. Let's see what y'all talking about. T'Challa can't do what the captains in Iron Man do. Sound familiar? It's like Kanye is writing Black Panther these days. Woo. Hydra, Captain America, Blood and Thunder, Thor, Berserker Rage, Demon in a Bottle, Iron Man and his creation of clone Thor that killed Bill Foster. Yes. Tony Stark, Henry Pym, and Reed Richards are responsible for the creation of Ragnarok. Just filled with haterade. Who exactly are we talking about here, Kokai? Nick's had protocols for every possible scenario from the jump. But I guess the mitigating factor for that is Nick never petitioned for membership in the Avengers. Money. Yep. Thanks for having me. My pleasure, sir. Derek Bozeman was so right. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, on December 8th, Derek Bozeman said they don't want to see a black king. They don't want to see a black man in a position of power, respect, or authority. He said that on December 8th of 2020 in regard to what Hollywood wants to see. And here we are 3 years later. Everything he said coming to fruition. And it's not a crazy thing if you read the room, so to speak. It's not a crazy thing. If you know how people think and you know how people act, and I've been saying it in videos, Theo's been saying it in videos, and a lot of other people have been saying it in videos, but we just crackpots, we just crazy, we don't know what we're talking about, but then these things come and go. They happen and then they go away, and I ain't said I told you so yet. You know what I'm saying? Because it done been a bunch of times. I did some the stuff that was going on November, December. I could have been like, I told y'all. I think I might have said I told y'all once, but maybe twice. But I ain't like, hey, see that? Told you, hey, see that? Told you, hey, see, I'm not doing all that because I know, what's going on. Good grief. Fan service is good for business. This is shooting Marvel in the foot. Part of their appeal is their inclusivity. Yes, Kokai, and their inclusivity seems very disingenuous. If you had a scene in Black Panther Wakanda Forever between two women who happen to be lovers or married, why would you cut the scene of them kissing or mitigate it down to a kiss on the head? But that's your inclusion. And then you said you was going to define the character. Those two characters were in the movie for like 10 minutes. You defined them in 10 minutes? You making promises you can't keep. You said, oh, there's going to be some LGBTQ representation. Oh, a kiss on the forehead. That was the LGBTQ representation. Got it. Enemy of the State, Wolverine, Weapon X, Wolverine. Yeah, I remember that. That was the Christopher Priest run. Captain Marvel was court-martialed because she had a drinking problem that almost got someone killed. Yep, that was the 1998 run on Avengers when she was Warbird, which is a name I think she should have kept. I like that name much better than fake Captain Marvel. But I understand they have to keep the name Captain Marvel prominent or they'll lose the rights to it. So that's why you always see it. Give it to Monica Rambeau. She wore it the best after Marvel. We are so far from Priest and Hudlin's runs. Black Panther had battleships hidden in almost all countries, and Cap didn't do anything and felt it necessary back in Priest's run. That brings me to my next point. Nobody writing comic books reads the material that came previously. I have seen one reference, maybe two, to the intergalactic empire of Wakanda in all of John Ridley's run. So we don't get to see what's cracking in the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. We don't develop the story with regard to the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. The man's an emperor. Y'all deposed the emperor? What? And why would you want to? You know, it's everything you can do in every way, shape, or form. You're minimizing this character. Romeo, what's up, baby? What's up? We just talking Black Panther, man. You ain't missed too much. Wanda got a pass from everyone except most X-Men. Exactly. That's my point. I couldn't agree more with you, D-Real, on the need for Marvel Comics to pre-screen writers before allowing them to write. But that would be too much like right. Facts. I'm wondering, what do we do as a collective to put pressure on them to course correct, not buy the comics? Yeah. Not buy the comics, not watch the movies, but you know what I'm saying? I'm in a unique position because y'all are using me as an information agent, and in order for me to bring you the proper information, I have to know the information. I have to be familiar with it, some kind of familiarity with it, to bring you the story on it. So yeah, even though I may not want to read this run, even though I think this run is garbage, I have to know what's going on in this run so that I can inform y'all. When Derek said I didn't realize he was talking about fellow brothers and sisters. Oh, turned out that way, didn't it, Thea? You know what I'm saying? It's like Jack Kirby and Stan Lee showed more love to a black character than Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler, and them is both brothers. I don't get that for the life of me. I don't. Why would you want? I would think you as a black man would want a black character to get as much shine as possible. Black Panther always had protocols against the Avengers. The Avengers knew that for years. Captain America, why they acting brand new? Hey, the man told them flat out, point blank, the only reason I agreed to join myself to these Avengers is to assess y'all threat level to Wakanda. Period. And they let him stay. So now is kick outable. I would have thought that would have been kick outable. If y'all was gonna kick him out, that should have been when you kicked him out. T'Challa, what's your problem? Man, the only reason I joined you fools was to see what kind of threat y'all was to Wakanda. Back up off me, stars and stripes. You know, after that, you should have been like, you're expelled. But they kept it. So anything that comes after that, that ain't T'Challa's fault. It's y'all fault. But as we know, those guys are oh so good at twisting the truth and making it look like you're the criminal. The biggest pushback so far has been from so-called black fans. The other pushback is from behind the scenes. Yep, actual factuals. Romeo said, I noticed that Marvel tends to not nerf female characters in the MCU, but consistently nerf male characters, be they villains or heroes. Yep, that is a fact, Rom. That is a fact, my man. And Kang will be no different. We're going to be getting to that in a second. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to get that in a second. I knew Ridley's run would have been nonsensical because they kept the Democratic Republic of Wakanda, yet it's still part of the intergalactic empire. How? It doesn't make any sense. Thank you. Okay, how you putting a republic together? That's like a British colony. What's a British colony? Like some British colony somewhere saying, oh, we getting ready to be democratic now. The rest of y'all can be an empire, but us over here, we're going to be democratic. Pay no attention to Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. It means nothing. That's what they told John Ridley. Oh, also too, some names of import should be C.B. Cebulski, the editor-in-chief, Will Moss, the editor, and Michelle Marchese, assistant editor. All those people have decision-making powers with regard to this Black Panther comic. So when you go to marvel.com and you write your FU letter to John Ridley, make sure you mention Michelle Marchese, Will Moss, and C.B. Cebulski, because they all up in it. And I guarantee you that's 3 white people. Guarantee you. If the detractors do reference something, it's recent comics that are heavily influenced by the MCU. Yeah, and that's the problem with the MCU. The MCU is becoming the casuals comic book. And casuals want to step up and try to debate with folks like us that got stars and bars in comic book information. And it's like, your experience is based on a pocket dimension. Your experience is based on a offshoot universe. You do not know the true history of that character that is an offshoot of this main branch, this foundational source. You know, don't bother picking up an official handbook of the Marvel universe. Don't bother going to a comic vine or a comic wiki of some sort and try to get the actual information on these characters, because nobody reads comic books. At least that's the going myth, that nobody reads comic books. Well, people who make movies don't read comic books. And Nate Moore and Kevin Feige have already said they don't want to hire writers and directors that are connected to the comic book industry to do their comic book movies. I'm the chief surgeon at a hospital. I want to hire surgeons with no experience. I want surgeons fresh out of residency. I don't want any professional doctors. I don't want any surgeons who know their stuff. Anyway, Uh, Pidley doesn't even follow the continuity of his own writing 2 issues ago. Wow. Facts, pure facts. All skin folk ain't kinfolk regarding Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler. Facts, King. Ray Smith, hit them all up. Yes, hit them all up. Hit them in their collective editorial testicles. Woo, come on, somebody. Yeah, D-Real, you're cooking heavy with fish grease. Respect. CB was called the savior of Marvel by fans when he replaced trash editor Axel Alonso. Well, CB Cebulski can save these nuts because he's not doing a bang up job when it comes to Black Panther. But y'all, I want to pivot. I know we smashing, but I'm gonna get back to that when we do. Because I want to tap and touch on Black representation. I know we've done it already, but I want to get this Quantamania thing out. And now I know everybody's like, "Woo! I'm excited! Quantamania! It kicks off Phase 5, and it's going to be glorious." No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Now we already. Yeah. Yes, Romeo. That's exactly it. That's my whole point. Why in the would you hire inexperienced or people with no experience with the movies that you're writing? And you're wondering why Phase 4 was a shit show? Was there anybody other than Taika Waititi, who obviously don't know how to make a comic book based movie, that did a comic book movie in Phase 4 that actually knew something about the source material? Anybody? Anybody. From Black Widow to Black Panther, all the movies in between there. Who directed them? Who wrote them? Nobody in the comic book industry. And that is why Phase 4 is the crappiest phase of them all. Okay. It ain't hard to find a new Black Panther. They are choosing not to, Grand Madam. There are tons of Black Panther worthy Black actors out there, young and middle aged, that could easily play that role. And we don't and we don't went down this road before. We already know what Chadwick Boseman said about this. He doesn't want it to end with him. They took that to mean he don't want the Black Panther legacy to. No, he doesn't want T'Challa to end with him. That is what he meant, not Wakanda. If you got Black Panther, you have to have Wakanda. How can you not have Wakanda and have Black Panther? See, I'm yelling. I'm sorry. See, let me. Woosah. Okay, I'm good now. All right. Quantumania. I know, Grand Madam. It's hard to get excited, but my point is this. Everybody thinks that they're on the path to course correction. No. Cold Tiger, what's up? MODOK. Why? You see, this is the problem I have. Why do we just go, let's take that character and put that character there. Let's take this character. Oh my goodness, this doesn't go here at all. And let's put that character in there. And then let's take this character and put that character in there. Wouldn't you want your first ever meeting with Kang to be with a group? When Kang was introduced all the way back in Avengers number 8, he was given that lineup of Avengers all they could handle. Thor included, Iron Man included, Captain America, they was all getting the business from Kang. Do you think if he can take on those Avengers that Ant-Man has a chance? He's getting stomped out in the previews and what? Kang is going to have to be outsmarted. He's not going to be beaten. Ant-Man doesn't have the raw power to beat Kang. Giant Man does not have the raw power to beat Kang. The lineup of Avengers that they are proposing for the next Avengers movie in 2080 or whenever that movie's coming out does not have the raw power to beat Kang. She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi, Sam Falcon, Ant-Man, and who else is somebody really underpowered and scrubby. You gonna put them folks as the Avengers against Kang. Kang got force fields and energy weapons and time displacement and time freezing weapons. What's the answer for that? What do they hope to do against Kang? And me being a comic book expert, many people in this chat being a comic book expert, what's the entertainment value for you to go see Quantamania? What can they throw at us with this set of circumstances that's going to make me go, ooh, I want to see that? First of all, Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't do the numbers that warranted a third movie. Why are you making another one? Why do you keep making movies about shit nobody wants to see? I like Ant-Man. I want to see Ant-Man. If you said, I like Ant-Man, I want to see Ant-Man, congratulations. You are in the minority. You really are. Sorry. Ant-Man does not get anybody's gander up that ain't like a diehard Ant-Man fan. And I don't know anybody who was won over that said, before I saw that movie, I wasn't an Ant-Man fan, but guess what? Ant-Man's my dude now. Said no one ever. Not wanting to hire, yeah, I got that. Joe Quesada was a good Marvel editor. He made some dumb decisions, but he brought Black Panther back into the spotlight with Priest's run. Facts, Diesel. Wish Jonathan Majors could be a new Black Panther. It's really hard for me to get excited about Ant-Man 3 or any other upcoming MCU projects when they did King T'Challa so dirty. I feel that. MCU has already set the tone for its movies. It's not for me. I understand that too. Phase 4 should have been mostly about the Fantastic Four and the Skrull invasion. Scott Lang is a thief, and that's it. At least Hank Pym is a genius. Yeah, and Hank Pym should have been an original Avenger, but no entertainment value at all. Scott Lang sure as hell doesn't have the brain power to go up against Kang. Yeah, we know where it's going to eventually end up. That's my thing. If Kang is going to be the big bad, you've already said you're going to have a movie called Avengers: The Kang Dynasty in whenever 2026, whenever it comes out. You've already put that on your slate. You're letting me know Ant-Man's not kicking Kang's ass. And if he does kick Kang's ass, it's not going to be for very long because Kang's going to be back in the Kang Dynasty. Ooh, guess you didn't think that one through, did you? That's what happens when you hire people who don't read comic books. Am I lying? You know, you would have knew that if you read Avengers number 8. You would have knew that if you read Avengers number 23 and 24. You would have knew that if you read Avengers number 129 through 134. You would have knew that if you read Kurt Busiek and George Perez's run and saw the Kang Dynasty. But you just saw the name Kang Dynasty and, oh, that guy Kang's associated with it, so we're going to do this. I'm not on the Kang Gang train. Yeah, I'm not on the Kang Gang train either because I I see it going left in a major way. I do. Watch. You don't have to believe me. I mean, I've already been called all kind of things except a child of God. So I get it. But it don't change the fact. You can scream and holler and say, oh, yes, it is. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. And then when it don't be wonderful, and I say it wasn't wonderful, don't get mad at me because I tried to tell you it wasn't going to be wonderful. Just like there are some people who like Black Panther Wakanda Forever. There are some people who think it was fantastic. There are some people who loved it as a movie and will watch it again because they don't know the facts, because they don't know what went on behind the scene with it, because they don't understand that people in Hollywood are people too, and actors get paid to act, and actors will say anything you pay them to say. Winston Duke, Angela Bassett, Anthony Mackie. Watermelon seltzer water. Call me bougie. That team is the Ass Avengers. What's up, Kamoyo Kid? They couldn't take on legendary supervillain Chillmonger. I think Chillmonger would actually give them a hard time in a fight. A proper Hank Pym, Janet, Bill Foster with Epic Ultron, Vision, Jocasta storylines would have been dope. But Dee Diesel, they have to read a comic book in order to visualize that storyline or listen to somebody like me or you. They're not going to do either. Yeah, I started collecting Avengers from issue 6, volume 1 until now. Kang is a problem for any lineup of Avengers. That right there, Mr. Smith, because Kang gives everybody a hard time. And you telling me Ant-Man is going to step in and be like, I'm handling this. Hank Pym could not handle Kang by himself. Hank Pym with Janet Van Dyne and all their experience and skill could not handle Kang by themselves. Thor would have a very hard time handling Kang by himself. That's the level of villain we talking about. And while we on that subject, why do we always go to super duper 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 bad guy? There are villains below God tier villains that can give superheroes a hard time that we don't get to see. What about a for real good wrecking crew that y'all messed up on She-Hulk? What about a for real Masters of Evil? What about a for real Lethal Legion? I'd even take Lady Liberators at this point. You know what I'm saying? Why have we not had a movie that pits a group of superheroes against a group of supervillains, a la the Justice League and the Legion of Doom? Why have we not seen that in a movie yet? Why do they keep giving us these big cosmic world-ending villains. There's other villains. We don't have to have murder the earth, kill the universe level villains. It'd be nice to see just Hulk scrap with the Rhino or something like that in a movie. We don't have to have all this universe ending, planet hopping, world ending shit. There are levels. It's levels to it. And we need, quiet as kept, and I know these thieves will agree with me, we need to get back to them street level heroes and do them right. Give us a Daredevil. Give us a Daredevil. Give us a Punisher. Give us, bring us Spider-Man back. Put all of them street level heroes together and give me a team up with street level heroes. And don't call them the Defenders. Kang, Ultron, Thanos, Apocalypse, equal problems. Yeah, but that's all they want to throw at you. Do they know that the Avengers have Earth-based villains? Do they know the Avengers have other dimensional beings that aren't world enders, like Archon? Archon would be an interesting villain. He's not out to end the universe or destroy everything in existence. That'd be a great character to see, fight. What about the Zodiac? Remember the Zodiac? 12 criminals, all based in a house of the Zodiac, and they all had like attributes and abilities like their namesakes. What would be wrong with the Avengers fighting that? Maybe the ass Avengers should start out with Zodiac and then work their way up to Kang. Or you could even do that storyline where Zemo puts together an army of villains, calling them the Masters of Evil, and they overrun Avengers Mansion, take over Avengers Mansion, and got some Avengers inside the mansion, beating them up, torturing them. I'd pay money to see that. Hercules joins the Avengers and then gets beat senseless by this army of Masters of Evil. I pay money to see that. But you don't read no comic books, so they won't open up no comic book and go, I need to rock that out. That's a good story right there. Graviton, Diesel, right there. Graviton, not world ending, but powerful enough that he could give any lineup of Avengers hell. He controls gravity. They even had Graviton on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a nerfed version of Graviton. For the trailer, MODOK looks lame. He's not funny and scary looking, just funny looking. He looks lame. Yeah, let's go with that. MCU writer's attitude. I'm a screenwriter. I don't read comic books. Comic books are beneath me. I can write better stories for live action projects. And that's why Phase 4 is poor. Marvel has no premier black characters, and if you think about it, the most popular black character is Cyborg. Yeah, that's the problem. I agree, Nelson, that they have no premier black characters. But what makes a character a premier character, black, white, or anything? Exposure. Fact. Black Panther has not had a run in his 55-year history that lasted longer than 70 issues. How do you make a character a premier character if you can't get a run that lasts longer than 5 years? Has nothing to do with the Black Panther as a character. Has nothing to do with any of his outlying mythos or any of that. It's whoever was editor said, this book ain't doing well, we're canceling it. Rather than saying, Let's get a different writer on it and see what we could do with it. Would Spider-Man have been canceled after 15 issues? Would X-Men have been canceled after 15 issues? Would Daredevil have been canceled after 15 issues? No. After 15 issues, Stan Lee said, hey, I'm going to let somebody else write this for a little while. And they took it and they went with it, and it lasted another 15 issues. Oh, that guy actually knows what he's doing. Let him write 15 more issues. Oh, but this Negro character you got over here, 15 issues, we cutting him off. Christopher Priest got a run and ran about 60 issues or so. Okay, we bored with this now. We don't like Black Panther anymore. We ain't gonna write it no more. And so that run ended. Wait a minute. Hey, Reginald Hutland, you want to write Black Panther? Oh, cool. Let's go. You get another run. Oh, these famous folks seem to know what they're doing. Hey, Ta-Nehisi Coates, you want to write on Black Panther? Sure, I'll do it. Only lasted 25 issues. Was that because Ta-Nehisi Coates was an ass writer? Did Black Panther only last 60 issues because Christopher Priest was an ass writer? That's why you don't have any premier Black superheroes, because nobody knows what to do with a Black superhero. Luke Cage ran for 49 issues. And the 50th issue of Luke Cage became Power Man and Iron Fist. Why? Luke Cage was selling well. Iron Fist was not. So we're going to take Iron Fist and throw him into Luke Cage's book and call it Power Man and Iron Fist, and then put John Byrne on it. Ran for 125 issues. What's in a writer? Everything and nothing. That's what makes premier characters. Writers. Good writers. Excellent writers. Writers with bomb-ass ideas. What we got in here? La, 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 la. La, la, where y'all got? Good Lord, y'all are talking up a storm in the chat. Back up. Y'all got past me. Badoo. Okay. Wrecking Crew was a problem for the Avengers. Yep. Comic Red Skull is a problem. Masters of Evil makes too much sense. Why don't we have AIM, Ultimatum, the Magia, so many groups? Yeah, they screwed AIM all up. What you have to understand is that there are certain books that will never be canceled no matter what. They are all led by white characters. I understand that. All I'm saying, Mr. Smith, is when people wonder why there is no premier Black character, you have to ask yourself, who was the writer on that Black comic book? Who wrote Black Goliath? Black Goliath lasted 5 damn issues. Who wrote that book? Did that book suck, or did the person writing it suck? I'd have liked to see some more Black Goliath. He needed a new costume like a motherfucker, but you know, because that, yeah, men with open midriffs is never a good idea. Sorry, you just ain't gonna make that work in a superhero. My midriff's exposed. Eee, look at me. No, sorry, not sorry. I agree with that, Kamoyo Kid. They stop BP's run periodically to nerf the character's popularity. And as you can see, that shit works. And don't be shocked when this run of Black Panther ends. I'm not going to say I told you so. I promise. I won't say I told you so. I also think Black Panther was on its way, but again, that doesn't fit the narrative they want. They don't want their kids looking up to Black characters. Disney is the place where characters and properties go to die. Or be turned into something that they were never meant to be. Because, again, what did Disney do to Grimm fairy tales? Made them not Grimm fairy tales. But that's what the appeal of Grimm's fairy tales were. The Grimm. Sleeping Beauty. That was a Grimm fairy tale originally. They watered the shit out of that for Disney. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Really Grimm fairy tale. Watered that shit down for Disney. Cinderella. Little Mermaid. Need I say more? It's what they do. They take properties and turn them into some so-called wholesome shit. That's what you're dealing with, man. That's what you did. You have we do collectively. We have to say F Disney. I'm not buying it anymore. We need somebody else to do something. Because Disney is they so fat cat, they don't care anymore. They got so much money now, they don't care anymore. I'll represent you when I feel like representing you. That's what it boils down to. If we're being honest, we asking for all this representation. We just want you to represent us. We just want you to represent us. We just want you to represent us. I don't got to represent shit. I'm worth billions and billions and billions and more billions. I represent your monkey ass when I feel like it. That's Disney. But you keep going to this person saying, represent me. That's like a prostitute going to her pimp saying, can you be nice to me? No, I'm pimping you. I'm not supposed to be nice to you. I'm supposed to put you on the track and say, get my money, ho. Black Panther's just another hoe on the track, as far as Disney's concerned. That's the analogy I get out of it, because they're giving no respect. Quiet as kept. Black Panther was supposed to be your bottom bitch. To those of you that know what that means. Should have been. It was one of your $1 billion earners. What a lie. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Looking for Disney to give you some stuff that you want, keep on looking. It's a $1 billion company and ain't thinking about what you believe. Unless you kick up enough dust, scream, holler, and complain all day, every day, and twice on Sunday about it. It's the truth anyhow. Not only did they give Black Goliath only 5 issues, but like a horror movie, they sacrificed him in Civil War. Yep. Real grim tales are scary. Yep. Use and abuse, that's what they're about. Yep. Grim fairy tales, comics, fables, comic is very dark, like the original storylines. Yep. Straight up pimp show. Pimping Snooki. Pimping them. Gotta stay there like that. Till I talk to you, you can't look up. Make me some money. Earn me something. Okay. It is now time for the part of the show we like to call appropriate Black representation. Okay. Rather than go, this mug ain't being represented like this. this mug ain't being represented like that. This mug is being poorly represented. I want to shift gears. Let's do something different. I am going to give you the name of a Black character that I think would be great as a representative. Like Nelson said, like Cyborg. Cyborg represents a Black superhero because how many forms of media have you seen Cyborg in? Cyborg has appeared in live action more than once. Cyborg has appeared in animated form more than once. Cyborg has appeared in motion picture. And Cyborg has appeared in multiple video games. Arguably, we could debate it if y'all want to. Cyborg is the most recognizable Black character. An argument could be presented for Storm. But for the most part, I think it's Cyborg. Because little Black kids and little white kids love Cyborg. I mean, it's the same, but what's a more popular Black character than Cyborg? And I'm not just talking about the one you like. What's a more popular Black character than Cyborg? I'll wait. No takers? Okay. Moving on. The next most popular character after Cyborg. Me, I would say it's Storm. Storm has had more appearances and exposure in more different forms of media. Anybody? Anybody? An argument could be presented for Jon Stewart. And Jon Stewart is barely more popular than Cyborg. Justice League did a lot for Jon Stewart. It did a whole lot for Jon Stewart as far as in terms of making him popular. But does he represent Black people? Does Jon Stewart? Because Jon Stewart, he's not African. Neither is Victor Stone. Would they be better representatives of what it is we want to see? Y'all go to bed on me? What's the deal? Is this too engaging, family? Is it too engaging? Okay. All right. Well, then I can bring it to a gist. Cyborg is a neutered token. Let's go with that. Okay. Dangler, I am not saying your whole name, bro. You gotta get a new title, fam. Okay. Him say Black Panther. Okay. Black Panther has been in 3 video games. Black Panther has been in how many animated features? Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers Assemble, The animated Black Panther show, I guess you could call it that. One episode of the 1994 Fantastic Four, and a super brief cameo on X-Men. How many animated appearances has Cyborg had? Tokenism is not what I'm asking about. How cool they are, or if you like them or not. Not what I was asking. Popular. You're telling me, and I love Black Panther, and y'all know I love Black Panther, but you telling me you think Black Panther is more popular than Cyborg? I bet any amount of money you want to bet. I can go to 10 people and ask them who Cyborg is, and you can go to 10 people and ask them who Black Panther is, and more people would know who Cyborg is or can tell you something about Cyborg, not just that he was in Wakanda forever or in a movie. That's what I mean. T'Challa's movie popular. That's what makes T'Challa. And when I say popular, I'm talking about popular to everybody, not just us, not just people like us in the know. How many people are in the know about T'Challa? I want them to be. Don't get what I'm doing right now twisted. I want them to know. But what I'm saying, the reason Cyborg is, and Cyborg don't even have a regular monthly comic book. But he's more popular than somebody who does. How'd that happen? It's by design, people. It's by design. That didn't happen through osmosis. Trust me. Cyborg, Storm, Luke Cage, Cyborg. I can tell you right now, Luke Cage ain't more popular than Cyborg. I just told you earlier, we ain't seen Luke Cage in months. This is the first time you saw Luke Cage in a long time, huh? Luke Cage ain't that cat right now. I want him to be, but he's not that cat right now. I think Storm is more popular due to being in more media forms. Really? I believe Storm has been in, they've probably been in just as many media forms. But Cyborg was in a cartoon way back in the 80s. Remember the Superpowers team? Cyborg been in cartoons for a little while now. So yeah, I can find more forms of, well, let's say Storm and Cyborg are neck and neck. I give you that one. I say they neck and neck, at least, and especially recently. So yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. Again, Dangler, I ain't asking about that, fam. I ain't asking about who made the most money. I'm asking about who is the most popular. When I say popular, that means you could go to any form of media and find them. Copious amounts of them. Storm, she been on original X-Men. She been on X-Men Evolution. She been on the X-Men anime. She been on Wolverine and the X-Men. That's what I mean. And she's been in how many X-Men movies? Comics. Storm's pretty damn popular. I mean, and again, like I said, an argument could be presented for Jon Stewart. Okay, well, you're dangler around here. we, you can't pay me to say that. Romeo say Cyborg, then Storm, then Jon Stewart. I could go with that. The only regular folks that know who Jon Stewart are watch Justice League Unlimited. Regardless, you see what I'm getting at, though, right? Okay, we talking about popularity. Popularity ain't got nothing to do with money. Who's the most popular? Who's the most easily recognizable? Who can you walk in a room of 20 non-comic book people and mention, and the majority of them will go, oh, I know who that is? Because by that same argument, the only reason Black Panther is popular is because of the movies in the past 6-7 years. Right? The Big is cool too. Okay. Wow. Okay. Storm, again, like I said, an argument could be presented, Cyborg, Storm, and Jon Stewart. You know? I mean, I would love for Icon to be more recognizable. We're talking about representation. Now, Icon, for all intents and purposes, Black Superman. And I think we had this conversation maybe last week where we talking about, okay, we're going to make a Black Superman movie. Why should we make a Black Superman movie? We got a Black Superman. Augustus Freeman. Damn a Clark Kent. We got a Black Superman. Why don't, you know what I'm saying? To me, that's that color swap shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's make Clark Kent black so we can have a Black Superman. Because you know ain't nobody thinking about doing no Val Zod or no Calvin Ellis. They going to turn Clark Kent black. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. Especially when you got that guy just laying around and you ain't doing nothing with him. That's more that Yahya Abdul-Mateen being Wonder Man shit. Why do we want to be represented that way? When you got, and I did a video the other night, there's a site called World of Black Heroes that has over 700 Black superheroes from different companies. Marvel, DC, Image, Dynamic, all of them. But we can't find a Black superhero to just cast and rock with. We got to give white guys shine by making them Black superheroes. Because turning a white superhero black isn't going to make the black, well, Nick Fury is the exception, not the rule. And there's still a white Nick Fury crawling around out there. So, I mean, ultimately, no pun intended, what do we have to do? Icon's history and backstory is way more relevant to Black people. Icon's history, well, not history, but Icon's origin is a slight variation on the Kal-El story, even though it spans a greater period of time and the ramifications are somewhat different. But I like it because, like you said, it speaks to us. Icon is conservative, so he's no bueno. Opinion, not necessarily a fact. There have been a lot of strong arguments presented for why Icon could work. I mean, he's He's about as humble and corny as Clark Kent and Superman. So, okay, a black version of that wouldn't be more interesting. It'd just be a black version. Blood Syndicate would sell more tickets. Maybe. I mean, and if we're talking about milestone properties, Static is the flagship character. That's if you talking about selling tickets, that Static is who you want. More people again, more forms of media. There was a Static cartoon. So, and a lot of people in this current generation grew up watching that Static cartoon. If it was about doing a milestone character or creating a milestone universe, somebody could create a milestone universe cinematically. There's tons of characters. Yeah, we could have Hardware, we could have Static, we could have Icon, we could have the Blood Syndicate. That would be a great universe. I'd love to see that. And I know a lot of people would love to see that. But who would get behind it? I feel like it would be up to us. I mean, not us, not me and you and us in this chat, but collectively, just like Regina King is making moves right now to try to get Bitterroot on the screen. She's doing that. She's the driving force behind it. So somebody would have to get on that and be the driving force to bring icon, milestone characters, what have you, to the screen. Because you go over to Disney and pitch that idea, that's getting shot down. You're going to have to take that to somebody who's a little more open-minded and not as manipulative as Disney is. Bro, that Michael B. Jordan Superman film will make more money than Creed ever did. If Ryan Coogler on it, Ryan Coogler's he on thin ice with me, So yeah, he won't get no airplay. Nah, the premise is what makes Blood Syndicate great. There's no other super powered gang. Okay. Black people have the greatest amount of spending power of any group, but we need to leverage it better if we want things we want. Facts, Romeo. Cannot argue with those facts. And I see what you're saying about that. There ain't no superpowered gang, but how do you pitch that to somebody and say, this is what we want? And will they get behind it? Am I willing to put millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars behind an untested concept? It's easy to spend other people's money. But do they see it that way? That's my thought process anyway. Yep, oh boy, Bitterroot, Grand Madam. Yeah. I'm excited about it too. I love Bitterroot. That will be a fantastic movie. The MSCU could be dope. Would we make a Faustian bargain with Tyler Perry? Wow. Why I gotta be all of that, kid? He need to do something because yeah. Thoughts on Ant-Man 3, trailer 2. You got here early, Lewisberry. You heard my thoughts, but in a nutshell, that ain't it. Phase 5, in my opinion, is going to be just like Phase 4, simply because of the way they handle it and the way they're choosing to handle it moving forward. We don't want no comic book experience in our movies about comic books. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, Kang looks cool, but Captain Marvel's costume looked cool in Captain Marvel. Doesn't necessarily make the movie good. Gotta go smoke my after work ale. Do yourself a favor and listen to Middle of the Ocean by Drake and 21. Ha 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 ha. Yes, Majors is great. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I watched Devotion on Paramount. It's streaming on Paramount. Another depressing black movie. Probably not as depressing as Till, but it was pretty darn depressing. So I guess there are no inspirational, uplifting black movies yet. Guess it's up to us. It's up to us, y'all. It's up to us. What y'all doing for MLK Day? What y'all got going on in your city for MLK Day? What y'all got going on in your city, in your city, in your city for MLK Day? What y'all doing? Just shout it out. Tell me what y'all doing. If it ain't nothing but sitting at home, eating collard greens and black eyed peas. What you doing? What you doing for MLK Day? They're great actors, and it was sad. Very sad. Sad movie. So ain't nobody doing nothing for MLK Day? Oh, the parade and chill. You going to the parade. Kamoyo Kid is going to the parade. It's too cold to go to a parade here right now. I ain't going to no parade here. It's currently 21 degrees. Yeah, won't be in no parade. Won't be watching no parade unless it's on TV or something like that. But yeah, right now. Well, I will tell you what I plan to do for MLK Day. I am going to volunteer at the youth center up the street here, and I am going to share stories with the young people. So that is what I am going to do. I'm going to contribute a little time down there. And then I am going to come back home and I am going to chill and reflect. And I will probably make a couple of videos for y'all. Look here, gang. It is an hour 43. Got well past the hour and a half, but y'all, as always, are stimulating conversationalists. But I got to dip, glide, and slide. I appreciate y'all. Romeo coming through. Louis Berry, the Big Dangler, Grand Madam Tarot, G Steezel, as always, my man Nelson Guardo, Kamoyo Kid, Cold Tiger, always pleasures. Most Benevolent King, I like that. My man Theo B, Zango Fwet. I know my man Kokai Nosakere. I don't know if he took off, but peace. Groovy Faye. Cornelius. Mr. Ray Smith. Jeffrey Lane. And I think I did not miss anybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize. OMG, in my city, promotions manager canceled the MLK parade and the mayor put it back on, then fired the promotions manager. Not very MLK-ish at all. I'll stay home and chill. Okay. Love you, Grand Madam. Appreciate that. Like I said, the reflecting will probably be the vast majority of my day. Just kind of that in videos. But I probably will do an MLK related video. Oh, it's been, hey, Romeo, do not be a stranger, man. Do not be a stranger, man. I welcome your feedback. I welcome your knowledge. And as you can see, vast majority of these people are very knowledgeable. So it makes for very stimulating and interesting conversations. Kind of like what we do. We just kind of hang out in here and chill. I'm glad I ain't got no trolls. Knock on wood. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. And I'm cause like today is my Friday. I'm free tomorrow. I'm gonna go kick it. Me and the wife gonna hang out, do some things. Please come rock with me next week, or come rock with me and watch some of the videos I drop. I enjoy kicking out videos of y'all. I enjoy hanging out with y'all, discussing the topics that we discuss. Y'all keep coming back. Y'all keep rocking with me. I will be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other. And I'm out of here.